Hi, this is Dr. Wes Fisher, and tonight we're going to review the ABIM Knowledge Check-In program that might provide doctors a few nasty bumps. Now, before we begin, I'd like to mention that I'm trying something new here. We'll see how it works. Just to let people know that I'll be part of the video a little bit, and also I'd like to do a little bit of background before we get started. Prior to 1990, doctors were board certified for life in their subspecialty. After 1990, the American Board of Internal Medicine, who issues those board certifications, decided unilaterally that doctors had to recertify every 10 years. That recertification process is now called maintenance of certification, and as you can see, the costs for maintenance of certification have skyrocketed over the last 18 years, 276% for physicians to participate in their program. So without further ado, I'll begin the process and look forward to your thoughts.
ABIM thanks you for choosing to take the Knowledge Check-In Assessment option and hopes you appreciate the convenience of taking it at home, in your workplace, or at a test center. Before exam day, you'll want to think about the location where you'll take the test. You'll need a private and closed space that's free from disruptions. The testing area will also need to be cleared, with the following items not allowed within arm's reach: books, notepads, post-it notes, type notes, papers, or writing instruments. During your testing session, no one else is allowed in the room, including during the scheduled break. Please place a sign on your door so people know you should not be disturbed. If you have an office with windows to a hallway, no one can be walking behind you within the view of the webcam.
What's that about exactly? Might it be that the American Board of Internal Medicine doesn't have permission from those people to take videotapes of them and could potentially get in trouble? You betcha.
In addition to setting up a secure testing area, you'll want to arrange for coverage and disconnect or mute your phone.
In other words, you're being pulled away from your work.
You'll be able to communicate with a live greeter through the built-in chat function, and they may instruct you to turn your phone back on if needed.
We'll talk more about those greeters in just a minute.
To begin the knowledge check-in on your exam day, sign into your physician portal at abim.org and choose My Exams from the menu. Under the name of the knowledge check-in that you are taking, click the green Take Exam button to begin. You can begin the exam process up to 30 minutes prior to your scheduled appointment time. You have up to 15 minutes after your scheduled appointment time to start the exam process.
Don't be late, because we don't know what will happen to you if you don't fit that window of time for your scheduled exam.
The greeter will be available to walk you through the setup process and help make sure everything is working properly with your computer. While the greeter will be able to see you, you won't be able to see them.
Oh, whoa, what do you think about that? Big Brother is watching us as we do this. We don't get to see them, but they get to see us.
You will repeat some of the same steps you completed during the pre-exam system check, including testing your audio and video equipment and verifying your ID. A valid driver's license, passport, or state ID.
Wait, that ID is blurred out. Your ID won't be. What does that mean? Who gets to see it? What is this Criterion company that is doing this procedure? Who are they? Who has access to that information? It's being recorded, put on a computer, sent worldwide, anywhere in the world. This is a very concerning development.
Identification card is acceptable. The greeter will ask you to stand and scan your entire testing area with your laptop or webcam. They will let you know if any items in your workspace need to be removed prior to testing.
Okay, now this is crazy, but hey, like we're going to scan everything and answers may be on the ceiling. I mean, this is insulting, frankly, for professional physicians who've been working for 10 years to have to go through these kinds of exercises so that an organization can maintain its monopoly on its testing program.
This process should take about 15 minutes, but it may take longer in certain cases when troubleshooting is needed. It will not count against your exam time.
I don't care if it counts against our exam time. It's still time away from our patients. And this is part of the problem with this knowledge check-in that's never been shown to have any credible, independent evidence that it improves patient care quality or safety.
The greeter may also ask you to turn out your pockets to ensure they're empty.
There you go. Let me check them out. Now, how silly does that look? That's how we're going to have to do it.
Your tie to show there's nothing underneath it.
Look under my
Pull long
tie.
hair back to show nothing is attached to your ear, such as a Bluetooth earpiece. Watches are not permitted during the exam and must be removed and placed out of arm's reach.
Wow. That's all I can say is wow.
2 exam sessions, you must remain in your seat. It is highly recommended you do not take an unscheduled break. If you leave the room or move out of the webcam's view, then your exam could be flagged for an audit.
Whoa. What's that? An audit? Who's going to audit our test? Who are these people? What kind of recourse does the doctor have if they decide to audit your examination? And who reviews this? What kind of recourse? Is there any due process for physicians who might get caught in this trap? This is also very concerning to physicians for a home test.
Up to 15 minutes of optional break time to use at the completion of the first session. If you need any assistance during the exam, click on the blue phone icon and a greeter will reach out to you using the chat window.
Notice the now recording at the bottom. This entire session is recorded and stored someplace we have no idea where it is nor who has access to it.
Thank you for choosing ABIM's Knowledge Check-In Assessment option and for all that you do as a board-certified physician. For more information about the Knowledge Check-In, please visit abim.org/check-in.
Okay, well that's enough advertising for the American Board of Internal Medicine. Now we need to ask, who is the company that's running this and who's behind this? Meet David Foster, PhD. Dr. Foster happens to be the president and CEO of ABIM and Criterion test security firms. Criterion happens to be the one that has the online testing platform that's being used by the American Board of Internal Medicine. Dr. Foster basically lobbied the American Board of Medical Specialties and also went to the American Board of Pediatrics Foundation, as you can see here, to lobby for this service. Doctors were not involved with this other than the people who are bureaucrats on the board. It appears to be a way to attempt to provide more convenience, but it also maintains the monopoly of the American Board of Medical Specialties on the maintenance of certification product. Criterion has some interesting patents that it owns. One is a patent for peer proctoring that says the following an affirmative determination that the exam taker violated an exam protocol, the proctor or other test assessment authority can then make a final or early decision regarding disciplinary action. It also has another one that is for detecting aberrant behavior in an exam-taking environment. And it has, the abstract says that it is for systems and methods for detecting aberrant behavior in a testing environment involve receiving real-time audiovisual data from a detection device and executing an applicant stored in memory that, when executed by a processor, detect aberrant data within real-time visual data and reacting automatically to aberrant data. In other words, they're going to track your keystrokes and any eye movements that you make as well. So I think we need to have a lot more information before doctors jump into knowledge check-in, before we agree to this program that has some very shifty patents behind it and techniques and methods that are not fully disclosed to U.S. physicians nationwide. And part of my job as a doctor who has to do this on a repeated basis is make sure that all doctors know precisely what they're getting into. And with that, I end this video. Thanks so much for watching. I hope it's been informative. Good night.